On today's episode of PDubs Arcade Loft, it's time to fire up the grill and check out Numskull Quarter Arcade's BurgerTime quarter scale arcade cabinet. The Numskull Quarter Arcade's BurgerTime mini arcade machine retails for $250. However, Amazon recently had a deal where this thing was on sale for $132. I went ahead and I pulled the trigger because I didn't feel like paying $250 for BurgerTime was worth it. And I went ahead and I bought this for $132. Arrived promptly, was able to film a review for it. This includes the original arcade ROM as well as arcade quality 4-way joystick and quarter scale arcade buttons. Inside of the packaging, you're going to find an instruction booklet, tell you how to get into the dip switches. You also have a USB-A to USB-C for charging. My unit was completely dead. I did have to charge it after I unboxed it and unwrapped it and everything. I got to tell you guys something. It's always a fun day in my home when I get to open up and take a look at one of these high-quality collectibles, either from Numskull Quarter Arcades or New Wave Toys Replicates, two of my favorite arcade companies that make these high-value, high-cost, but highly worth it and highly detailed collectible mini arcade machines. And BurgerTime is no exception to that. Everybody knows and remembers the iconic BurgerTime marquee that is captured here beautifully, as well as the original control panel design artwork. Everything looks fantastic. Got your up, down, left, right joystick, 4-way joystick, 2 pepper buttons depending on if you're going to play left or right-handed. Player 1, player 2 starts. You do have a plastic coin door versus a die-cast metal coin door. I'm always advocating that Numskull puts in the die-cast metal coin door, but then again, that would probably drive the cost up even further for them with your functional coin buttons on the front. Taking a look, you have the iconic chef hat shaped cutout arcade side panels here, unique to BurgerTime, and just a beautiful look. The artwork on both sides, high quality 3M artwork, looks really, really nice. Got your nice little engineered by Numskull Designs plaque on the back, like you always do on these machines. On this machine, you have your volume slider, you have a USB-C port for charging, USB charging indicator light, and just a simple on-off rocker switch. This mini arcade does have 3-watt built-in speakers, as well as a 5-inch TFT screen. The screen is vibrant, the game looks great, and the sound is pretty good. Have to give a big shout out and hats off to them, considering how busy and how many instructions are on the original BurgerTime bezel. The fact that everything is printed, clearly legible, as well as printed in high quality, you have to give it to them. It looks very, very nice and justice well done here to the original arcade machine. Just a quick flick of the switch on the rear of the cabinet will light up the marquee, light up the coin door buttons, power on the unit, and it'll begin the boot up process and launch the arcade machine. Only takes a minute to launch. Now, if you did want to play with the DipSwitch settings, you go ahead and you power on the machine and hold down the player 1 and player 2 start buttons. You do have to hold it down here. This is being filmed in real time for you. It's good 20, almost 30 seconds before it'll actually take you into the DipSwitch menu. But the DipSwitch menu is a really nice feature for those who like to tinker. If you don't want to play the arcade on its original default arcade settings, you can hop in here and you can adjust number of lives, number of points to achieve to get a bonus life, whether or not you'll get an extra pepper at the end of each level, and just various options you can tinker with if you decide to. Me, it's BurgerTime, it's a classic. I just usually play with the default settings, although that end of level pepper does sound enticing, doesn't it? After you make your selections or no selections whatsoever, you just head down to start game and go ahead and press the player 1 start button. It'll save whatever you put in and you'll be back in the game. I do recommend turning the game on and off here before you go ahead and insert your quarter and start it, because I noticed a weird bug that if you just start it right now, you'll notice that the entire time you play, that high score screen is still on the display, which is really, really weird. However, after power cycling the machine and then inserting a quarter and pressing start game, those high scores disappeared and everything functioned normally. So it's very, very interesting, that cute little bug. But does it ruin the experience for me? No. Just lets me know, hey, if I ever do a DipSwitch setting change, I should probably turn it on or off, on and off before I fire up the next game. My biggest worry about BurgerTime is you need to be so precise hitting those ladders, going left and right and up and down in order to, achieve success in this game. You got to have the best of the best control experience, and I was worried that this little mini 4-way joystick wouldn't give me that. However, the entire time I played it, I only missed the ladders a couple of times, which could have been just a user error on my part. I was still able to play this with the 4-way joystick that it comes with, and I myself personally didn't really have any issues or any issues that I found concerning. The gameplay was great, the audio is great. We're going to roll you some gameplay here as we're wrapping up the review, and everything emulated and seemed to play fine to me. I had no complaints whatsoever about the gameplay experience. If you're a huge fan of the BurgerTime arcade game, or if you like and really enjoy collecting these classic mini arcade machines from Numskull, I would definitely recommend this one, especially if you could get it on the same kind of sale I did. For 132 bucks, this, in my opinion, was a no-brainer. It normally retails for $250. I'll have an Amazon link for it as well as Funstock links for it in the video description below. I think the pricing is back up to $250, so by the time you're watching this video, you might have missed the sales, but you could add it to your wish list, etc., and keep your eyes on it for additional sales in the future. I probably wouldn't have spent $250 on this. In fact, I didn't. I waited until a sale like this one came along before I picked this one up, but that doesn't deter it. That doesn't deter the opinion that this is a fantastic job by Numskull on this particular Data East classic arcade game. I think they did a really, really good job here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, give me a thumbs up on the way out. Thank you for subscribing. Leave me your comments and feedback below, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Have a great day.